Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Mirror Mysteries 2. Let's continue. So, we need to get the power on this device. I don't think we need to go back into the train quite yet. We got the goggles, something here to look at. Interesting. It's one of these brute force puzzles again, I guess. Looks like something needs to go in the bowl. A prism? The dials don't do anything right now. Oil can. Stone monkey head. It's a very smooth surface what could go there. Fire extinguisher? What's weird is we have a full set of items here, which makes me believe that we need to either play something quick or they're gonna give us a whole nother row. Here's a piece of the mirror. We're making good progress with the mirror shards. Let's see. Inactive furnace right there. Heck of a lot of fog right down here. Surface is very reflective. So this is where the mirror will go when all is said and done. So that's the way out. I guess we'll grab this shard, 4 more pieces, and go here. Alright, we've got all kinds of things. We need the buttons that are missing here. We need gears. We need different colored balls. There's the purple ball. Is there a button somewhere in that? There's another ball. With this screen in particular, it looks like it would be hard to miss things. And yet I'm still missing things. It would feel like from just as immediately you'd be able to find everything. It seems a little bit more organized here, a little bit more in plain sight. There's the print. So we've got 1, 3, and 5 buttons. Here's one. Oh, that's a handle. There's one. And there's one. And there's one. Put that there. And that. I don't believe revealed anything new. Got some gears to find, and they're kind of right up front, aren't they? There's 6. So there's a piece of paper, yeah, right there. We'll grab that. I think that's all we can grab there of that. So we're looking for 1 more gear, 1 red ball. We have this piece of paper which goes somewhere. Where would the paper want to go? I don't know. There's the final gear. So when I get one more, I can stick it on those. There's a piece of paper. That gives us that. Through the air tube. That gives us the dials, which can turn those off. Give me the green ball. Now? So the only thing left is the red ball. And it's been available for us to see the whole time. And we know it's not in this square section at all. So it has to be either hidden just really effectively behind something, or in some way obfuscated, if we want to use a big word like that. It feels like if you could just paint in this section, then you'd have a red ball. But the hidden object game has not worked that way before. Oh, here it is. Right there. So we got some marbles. It's good to know we have marbles. But as best as I can feel, it just doesn't feel like there's anything else to do in this section. And the power is still off here. I feel... Oh, the marbles would work here, wouldn't they? Match the speed of the marbles with the circling lights. Okay. So... let's speed up purple. Purple seems to be matched. Let's speed up red. Red probably is it going at the right speed? Now let's slow it down a little bit. On red. Let's try blue. Is blue following? One. Let's slow down blue. And then let's slow down green a little bit. Green seems to be working, purple seems to be working, red seems to be working. So maybe blue needs to go a little slower. Yep. So that's a very extreme reaction for getting marbles to spin in line with lights. Very, very extreme reaction there. I was not expecting the entire facility to be powered up because of a bunch of marbles. You want to know when you're playing a video game what your actions are going to have, what outcome is at least most likely to happen because of your actions. You're starting to get into a point-and-click adventure style game if you play with marbles and some toy and all of a sudden it turns on all the power to a facility and there's nothing explaining that or giving any indication that that would happen at all. That's too random. And it's kind of comedical. We've seen a couple of places here where they've tried to do comedy, which would have been better, but since we're going off the storyline that we're trying to save a kid who's been kidnapped from an evil mirror, that's the main story and the main mood setting piece of this game. And you can't really get too far away from that.
Tired of waiting in lines? Rush hour traffic getting you down? It's the deal of a lifetime. Your very own world. Impossible? Of course not. With my patented formula, a mirror and some sassafras, you can make your dreams a reality today.
So, is this owl the creature that created the world? Is that what it's trying to say? Fire is burning fiery inside. Good to know. Are there any more mirror pieces to collect or anything more to click on? Yes, this is to click on. This wouldn't work. It won't work with all the rest. We'll find out. We'll oil that rust away. Pull. So now we have the beginning of this. Maybe I could make it reflective. Yeah, maybe you could. But do we have to put sassafras in it? Or do we have to put the prism on it? Freezing it might work, but how? Didn't I just freeze it? Or did I melt it? Fire extinguisher? So that froze it. It looks like a rectangular object would fit here. How about that? A rectangular object. So we have the stone monkey head. We're looking for a rectangular object. And we're looking for 2 more mirror pieces. So let's go back. Just, I suppose, somewhat quickly look around in every scene. Apparently we can't go back to the section where we looked at the conductor. Wait a minute, is there no way back? Yes, you have to click the back button there. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Here, take your goggles.
My goggles! Oh, thank you. I can begin repairs immediately now that I can see my feathers again. Here's a secret the mirror doesn't want you to know. Any reflection contained in a frame can be a portal. The frame concentrates the power and bam! Take this one. It's the match to the one from your world.
So we have a magic frame now. Interesting. So it feels like we are missing just a couple of mirror shards. There's one. So one more. Somewhere around here is one more. We also have this prism and the stone monkey head. And that one in particular is a big question mark as to why. Let's see, I don't want to look at that video again unless I actually think it would get me something. So I can't go over to this section again. Which means if there is any piece, it would have to be here. There's an information kiosk. It's powered back up. Yeah, we already did that. There's number 14 of the mirror shards. So it feels like we've done everything. And I will say, we have spent what feels like a lot longer amount of time than the first game. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just overworld screens for this world. And probably another 5 at least specific hidden object screens on top of that. And as we're wrapping up here, yeah, that it seems like we spent maybe close to 2 hours just doing this section. So can I just walk through here? Strange animation there. Still very strange.
You may have fixed a world for now, but there are so many others, and I'm devouring them.
So, even as we speak, do we put this here? No. He's devouring the other worlds. And I have 14 mirror shards needed for the next mirror. And a prism. And is there anything back on these two screens again? It seems really strange that we wouldn't empty out our pockets at this point. Just doesn't. Maybe very quickly we will find that the mirror, stone monkey head, or the prism are used. Let's see. Which one do we think has 14 pieces missing? I'd go with this one. I guess that's right. It's quite an ordeal just to get 14 pieces to fit on the screen. Here. Let's see, right there. And right there, and right there, and right there. I could practically pick up any random piece and get it to fit on this puzzle. It's a simple enough puzzle to do that. I certainly couldn't do that on just a regular jigsaw puzzle. But the fact that they all kind of meet in the middle and there couldn't possibly be that many. I would say if I had picked up this piece, I might have had trouble figuring out where that goes. But that's about the only one. The one in the middle that's not touching any edge or really any other piece. So it looks like we might save the boy right here and now. That'd be strange if you save him and then that's the end of the story, but it would be cool if we save him and then there's more story. It would be weird if the other two mirrors were just extra things, or maybe we leave this area after a while and have to come back.
Watch your step.
Hmm. So it looks like we're trapped again. Just reminding us. So there is still some weirdness about the fact that we were in that electronic sky world, and yet it was run by an owl that could talk, and now we're talking to a bird. It seems kind of unnecessary fantasy. It doesn't really connect with the worlds we're seeing. Why would you have, for instance, human bridges if this world is run by talking birds?
Hello, you're not evil, are you? No? Thank goodness. Our world has suffered a strange and unnatural drought. You must help us. It's as if the water is being magically forbidden to flow.
Okay. What if I click on you again?
Hello, you're not evil, are you?
The
No?
same
Thank
thing.
goodness. Our world has suffered a strange and unnatural drought. You must help us. It's as if the water is being magically forbidden to flow.
So we've got a new task, I suppose. Let's start here. Need to light that up. Is there another mirror shard? There are 12 in this world. Can't reach it from there, but if I follow the path, okay. No more mirror shards in this world? I guess not. Alright. Here's a mirror shard. Let's go ahead and start here. A lot of stuff to find. Lots and lots of stuff to find. Keep on clicking. Already got a set there. That opens the mouth and lets the water flow. Somewhat. We need to replenish his nose. Looking for another cup. There's a tool hidden. Nothing there. So we're looking for one more tool, one more cup, and a couple pieces of stone. I like how we're getting hints when we click on things in case you just need that extra little bit of hint. It does definitely feel like we spent less effort looking around and clicking for hints. Feels like it's an easier game. Of course, the first game felt like it was an easier game. Right up to the second, it stopped feeling like it was an easier game and had gigantic difficulty spikes. Really, really bad difficulty spikes in the first game. So if they can manage to avoid those in this sequel, that will be very much appreciated. So we're still looking for 2 stones and 1 goblet. Stones, stones, stones. Where are you, stones? Guess the better question would be, where's the goblet? There's a stone. There. There's a piece of something I didn't even know I was supposed to click on. Goblet, goblet, goblet. Are we gonna end on a hint again? After I just made the speech about it not being as difficult and me not using as many hints as the first game? I'm just gonna embarrass myself with a hint. I think I may. Let's see, this last stone piece is probably just like right in front. Right there. Yeah, that's where it is. Put his nose back together. And then we'll get that. And then we'll get the hammer and tools. And we get to use it a couple different times here. The hammer and chisel. So there's like a bell here, but not a goblet. And the goblet has been visible since the beginning. It's just not visible to me. So we know it's not in the nose. It's probably hidden in such a way that it's only poking out a little bit. Could be rotated. It could be hidden. I don't think it would just be in the bright rays of the sunlight. Though. I think that would be too much. And all this design, all this design. I'm glad to be to a new world where they are playing different music. This is much better music. Easy to ignore, barely audible. It probably won't be as repetitive, hopefully. Even if it is, it probably won't be as annoying. So, again, I feel like I've been everywhere. So let's click the hint and see what happens. I didn't see it. I didn't see the hint show up either. Is it like really at the top? I've got to wait for the hint to come back because I didn't even see him. I am not seeing it. Let me adjust my zoomed in monitor. Maybe it's at like the very top of the screen. If it is, it's like 1 pixel big. And that would be like really dangerous if they put something here, because in window mode, that's right where the X is to close the program. Wow. So it was behind the water. That's why I was having so
Finally,
much trouble.
the fountains are running again. You have restored the water. An evil darkness has fallen across my world. We need your help. I'll be outside if you need me.
You know what? That is a pretty funny way to voice and write dialogue for a hummingbird. Just this ADHD style of speech where it just comes fast and furious. Ah. So, I will say that one definitely wasn't one of those forehead smacking, oh, it was there all along solutions. That was definitely, I couldn't see it because the water started flowing, and I didn't see it before I started the water flowing. Which, uh, didn't certainly help. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.